Today on Jack's Tracks, I do Rob Walker's 2 years in the Vinyl Community Contest. Stay tuned.
Album reviews, record hauls, and vinyl crates singing at Jack's Tracks Records.
Jack's Tracks Records Contests. Hello and welcome back to Jack's Tracks Contest. Today, like you saw in that intro, I will be doing Rob Walker's Let the Music Play 2 years in the Vinyl Community Contest. I am very excited about this one because I get to show some awesome bands, some of my favorite bands that I didn't get to see in concert. And yeah, let's just get on to the first band. Okay, so the first band that I would have loved to see in concert was Black Sabbath. Now, obviously, they toured, I think, in 2016 with The End. I don't know if they will be touring again as a whole group with Tony Iommi and Ozzy Osbourne. Obviously, Geezer and Bill have left the band, and it's really just them two at this point. But if I were in the 70s, and that's kind of what I'm going to be doing in this, because obviously I was born in 2008, and have no chance to see any of these bands. So if I put myself back in the decade where I like music from, I would probably do the 70s and 80s. So that's what I'm going to be basing this off of. But I would have loved to see the original lineup of Black Sabbath. They have made some of my most favorite records of all time, this being one of them, of their first four, which are absolutely amazing. But that would have to be the first band I would have loved to see in concert, Black Sabbath. So I'm kind of cheating with this one because this band is on their farewell tour, but they're coming nowhere near my town, and 21 is probably going to screw concerts up just like 2020 did. But this band is Kiss. Kiss is definitely known as a live band, hence they were doing terrible before their live release, Alive. This is the part 2 to that record, and I like this one a lot. I probably like the first one better, but this is definitely in better condition than my copy of Alive. But the record is besides the point. With all of the pyrotechnics and the makeup and the outfits and all of that stuff, Kiss is definitely a live experience. So I would love to witness that and kind of see what Kiss is all about, because they're pretty much a live band. So that would be really cool, and that would be my number 2, Kiss. I'm sure all of you saw this coming. It's Skid Row. They are still touring, but not really. It's not the original lineup. They definitely had a lineup change, and Sebastian Bach isn't in the band anymore, which is pretty much Skid Row for me. The closest thing to seeing Skid Row in concert now is Sebastian Bach sololy. Sololy? Yeah. Who cares? It's pretty much the closest thing is Sebastian Bach, seeing him just in concert. But I would love to see that original lineup. This is a great record, as well as this one that came out for Record Store Day, Slave to the Grind. This I definitely had to try to find because it's going for like $100 on Discogs now. But this is an awesome record as well, and they have some of my favorite songs of all time, and I would just love to be able to see them in concert. So there we go. The next one would be would have to be Skid Row. All right, the second to last band I will be talking about is Queen. Obviously, Freddie Mercury has passed away, and Queen is still touring with Adam Lambert, but it's not really Queen. It's Brian May and a couple of other of the remaining members. I don't even think Freddie is the only one that's not in the current lineup, but I would love to see the original lineup with Freddie. He was such an amazing frontman, and if you look back at like Live Aid and all those concerts that he did, he's just such an energetic frontman that would be so cool to see live. This is called A Day at the Races, kind of a part 2 to A Night at the Opera. And Somebody to Love is on here, which is one of my favorite Queen songs of all time. So there we go. I would absolutely love to see the original lineup of Queen live. And the last band I would love to see in concert is The Doors. I absolutely love The Doors. And Jim Morrison was one of the most mysterious frontmen of all time, and it would have been so cool for him to even just read his poetry live. I mean, he was such a cool guy, and just to see him live kind of dance around and do all of that crap would be so cool. I mean, they had such a good set live. They never got to perform any of the material on LA Woman Live, which is one of my favorite albums by The Doors. So that's kind of something that I took into consideration, but this is my favorite Doors record of all time. I'm sure a lot of you agree with that. The Crystal Ship, Light My Fire, Break On Through, all of those amazing songs I would love to see performed live. So there we go. My most wanted band that I would want to see live would have to be The Doors. And that concludes this episode of Jack's Tracks Contest. Thanks so much to Rob Walker for starting this, and I can't wait to see more of your content coming soon. You have a great channel. Not so nice comments in the peanut gallery. I've gotten a lot of angry peanuts thrown at me by Rob in various streams that I've appeared on. But your videos are great, and I know your channel will keep growing. But as always, thank you so much for watching this episode of Jack's Tracks Contest.